No, I think he's coming. He has a thing.
Oh, he is?
Still doing it last week.
Okay.
All right. Shalom, shalom. Okay, where the Hebrew Israelites here to prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom, to speak about the upliftment of Yahweh Shai, who is the only begotten Son of the Heavenly Father Yahweh, coming back to deliver the elect of the nation of Israel. First and foremost, I want to face the peace and give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Makakodash. Belongs to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations, much love and respect to Akim out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. All right, another day prophesying, you know, and chanting down Babylon, you know, as Benjamin used to say. Okay, chanting down Babylon is speaking these words and the things that we're saying coming into existence. Okay, because every time we prophesy certain things, you know, these things come to pass, man. Okay, because the Heavenly Father said that he was going to what? He was going to confirm the words of his prophets. Okay, so everything that we say, there's weight to it, you know, in the Holy Spirit. Okay, the true men of the Lord. So ultimately, man, you know, this place is doomed and it's rapidly falling, you know, through the Spirit. Okay, because now what proves it's falling is now Esau is being exposed, man.
Yep.
Okay, he's being exposed on a high level, and he can't stop this. He can't stop the exposition that's happening, man, because it's really coming from on high, man. Right. You know, give me Isaiah 47. Yeah, Isaiah 47, man. All right, because the exposition is coming from on high. It's not coming from the earth. It's really coming from the heavens. Go ahead.
Isaiah 47 and verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans.
Yeah, it's called a virgin daughter of Babylon because it hasn't been touched. All right? But trust me, when it gets touched, it's going to be completely ravished. See? Go ahead.
For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers.
Right. Go ahead.
Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen.
Yeah, you're not gonna look at as a delicate woman, like, you know, like someone that everyone is sought after. All the men want to be with. Okay, you're gonna be found out to be filthy. All right, and that's what's happening, man. Esau is being made bare. Babylon's being exposed, but also Esau in general is being exposed.
Yep.
Okay, that's what it means when it says he's made bare. All right. Go ahead.
Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen.
Yeah, now you got these things with the Steam files, these things being released, and the things that they're saying is happening, and they're showing it to the public, man, to the public can see it. All right, that's public information at this point. Now, right, those things are things we've been telling you that they've been doing behind closed doors, man. All right. Dismembering children and doing all these different things. You know, we've been saying that this is what they've been doing. Okay, but now it's coming out. All right, so now they can't paint themselves as some Christians, because part of their thing is to be looked at as these holy Christians. You know, just coming with love and Jesus, which is a lie, man. Okay, these are wicked, evil people, man, that are ruling this earth. Okay. And they have to go down in order for peace to be on the earth, man. Go ahead.
It says, I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
Yeah, so the Lord is going to take vengeance for all this evil that you've been doing, man. Okay? Because you're offending him by these things. All right? Let's sit on that?
Yep.
Go ahead. Because even the Lord, to prove the Lord doesn't like what they're doing, what did he say about the Canaanites? He said that they do most odious works of witchcraft and who mercilessly destroy children, man. Okay, so that's what these elites do. So that's clearly why the Heavenly Father hates you as well. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, so Esau Edom has the image of has a worldwide image of being the philanthropist, being for world peace. Okay, but it says here in 2 Corinthians 11 and 13, for such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into apostles of Hamashiach. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. Therefore it is no great thing if his ministers also be transformed as the angels, as the ministers of righteousness, whose end shall be according to their works. You know? So again, they portray an image of being for the good of the people, but deep down their works, as it says, a tree is known by its fruits. By its works, we know that Isa Edom is the wicked. Okay, and again, he's being exposed in this in these last days. Okay, by the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and the prophets that the Lord has set in place now. Okay, to point out the fingers. Okay.
Yeah, well, that's one of the Machiavellian principles, is to always have a good image. You know, don't, even if you're wicked, have a good image.
Yeah.
That's one of the Machiavellian principles. We're probably gonna do a lesson on those. But at the end of the day, you know, that's how Esau operates. Okay, that's how he operates, man. So it's all about PR, which is public relations. You know, how people view him, and that's what allows him to get away with all this wickedness. You know, sweep it under the rug. They asked the guy about the guy I don't know what his position is, but he's a spokesperson for the president. And they said, oh, well, what about, are we going to start to see about the men in the files that were abusing the children? Are we going to hear about their names and the men abusing the girls or whatever? Are we going to hear about that, their names? He said, I don't know what you mean abusing girls. What do you mean you don't know what you mean? That's what the whole Steam thing is about. See? So they're gaslighting you in your face. They're basically telling you people that you're stupid in your face. You know? Jake has a term, they're playing in your face. That's what they're doing. Because how the hell you don't know what he means by that when that's what the whole Steam files is all about? Go ahead.
Yeah. It says here in 2 Thessalonians.
That shows you that they're all in on it. They're all in on it, from the judges to the police officer, that it's not just the regular police officer that's eating donuts, okay? Not them. We're talking about the chief. I'm talking about the chief of police. Them people are juiced in, man. They put them people in particular positions. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It shows you that in that movie, Sounds of Freedom, how the guy was snooping around trying to find that, trying to expose the child trafficking. And then he brought the evidence to the chief of police, and then the guy told him, don't look into these things. Just focus on your case. Don't look into these things, because again, it's a worldwide, let's say, crime organization.
That's right. That's exactly what it is.
It's not something that is just one guy.
Yeah.
They're all juiced in. For you to be able to have these numbers of child being trafficked, kidnapped. And no one's being persecuted.
Yeah.
None of these children are being found. Okay, it has to be. A lot of people have to be involved in this.
Right.
Man. It's like hush, hush, man.
Yeah, because it's the most lucrative business.
That's
One
it.
of the most lucrative business, if
That's
not
it.
the most lucrative business. That organ trafficking, child human trafficking, and all these elites are part of it. They control it.
Because again, it all goes into like the secret societies.
Oh yeah.
The secret societies. The higher you go, the more like the brother mentioned it. You're set in place. You're set in certain positions.
You have to.
By those elites to push forward that agenda. Okay, so when people get too noisy, you can stop them at a certain level, so they don't go look too into it.
Right.
See. So you're set. The people that are in rulership, the people under them, they're set up as like gatekeepers, so that you wouldn't get to know the full truth. Okay, but again, the Spirit of the Lord is exposing them. They can't hide their wickedness forever. Okay.
Well, to even show you how deceptive these people are, that movie in itself was deception. That movie was kind of like leading you in another direction, because they had you showing the Latin. They were showing the Latin tribes like they were the top traffickers.
Yeah.
But that individual that was in the movie, the hero, so-called hero, he was part of it.
Yeah.
It came out that he was doing that shit.
You see?
You know,
They're
so
hypocrites,
it's all a big game.
Yeah.
Okay, and there's many players in this game. You know. Go ahead.
And again, the fact that it's all like the people that are involved, or the people that are ruling the society. The people that are ruling the society, that's why they're not being persecuted. It says because the power is in their hands.
Oh yeah.
That's why they're doing all this evil, because they can't be persecuted, man.
Mm-hmm.
And even if they're brought to jail, they're brought to justice, they have the money to escape it. You see how this file this Epstein, this situation should have been brought. It should have been closed a long time ago. But because they have the power, the money, they can prolong it. You know, and they push false F events. Okay, to distract the mind of the people, to sweep it under the rug, man.
But first of all, they have the power to choose which judge goes before the case.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know. They put particular judges that they choose before certain cases.
Yeah.
So, how can they be truly persecuted?
Yeah.
That's it on that?
Yeah, Second Thessalonians, no?
Second Thessalonians 2 and 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposed and exalted himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is God. Verse 7, for the mystery.
So when it says that day was just the day of the Lord is not going to come unless the son of perdition is revealed. That's Esau, Edom first and foremost.
Yeah.
And when it says revealed, it's his identity, but also his works.
Yeah.
He has to be revealed for who he is, like the brother quoted earlier. It says that a tree is known by its fruits, man.
Yeah.
You know, so he's gonna know to be the wicked because of what he does, man.
Yeah.
You know, right?
And again, Yahushua is coming to do what? To plead with all flesh. Okay, to bring judgment for those evil actions. So just as in the court case, your actions are brought forth as evidence.
That's right.
Before you're being persecuted.
Yeah.
Your actions are being brought forth. The judgment is being read, and then you suffer the judgment. To finish, verse 7, it says, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let, until he be taken out of the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy.
So he's being consumed with the spirit of our mouth, with the prophet's mouth.
Yeah.
Okay? And every time we say something, you know, the world moves to that vibration. It's evident, man. It's evident, bro. Even these guys now, when they do these debates, you know, even when Jake is doing debates with Edomite supremacists, they're using our talking points.
Yeah.
You know, and you're getting all into it, like yeah, because now they're getting Esau where it hurts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We were watching the debate with Marquette the other day. We were cracking up, man.
Yeah.
Then he said something funny. He said, see, that's why I'm the leader of the white supremacists. Yo, that shit was hilarious, man. Okay? But he was killing him, man. He was killing him, man. And he wasn't talking like that before when he did them debates with them. But now he is. Okay? Why? Because the prophet's vibration has gone out. Okay? It's gone. There's a spirit that comes from this word. Okay? And it does things. That's why it says, that's why the scripture says it shall not, his word shall not go out void until it accomplish that which is pleased. So there's a vibration that goes out. Okay? There's things that happen through this word. Well, is not this word truth?
That's it.
Is not truth the strongest thing?
That's it.
Right? It says that it goes through everything. Truth moves, man. When we push out a vibration, that goes through the airwaves, B.
That's why it says prophesy to the wind. See?
So,
that's right.
So
that's
where
right.
the word of a king is, there is power. You know, that's the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
And as you mentioned that debate with Marquise, whatever.
Marquette.
Yeah, Marquise. His name is Marquise. We'll call him Marquise.
The same, not the same.
So basically, even if he's not a prophet of Yahweh Hashem Yahshai, the fact that he's using talking points that are in a sense spiritual, because that's what we bring out with more understanding. Okay, it's the truth. There's some essence of the truth, even if he doesn't have the full picture. Okay, that's why Edomites can't fight against it. You see, they can't rebuttal it because it's the truth. You see, that guy was stuck, man. Okay, he couldn't find the words. Okay, everything that he was using to go around the talking points weren't working because he knew. Because he had the correct points to bring out, man. Okay, Esau can't fight the truth, man. You see, that's why he brings out deception. That's the only thing that he has. So when you bring out the truth, you bring him into deep waters, man. Okay.
You can't deal with the truth. Jake is trying to do all this pleading and you shouldn't be racist. All you gotta do, all you need to do to defeat Esau is bring out the truth. That's all you need. Nothing more, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, just like that interview. So like, just like that interview, the video you did pertain to that guy in Greenland. Speaking of,
Oh, yeah.
He was
got him
bringing
good.
out facts.
Got him good.
You know? You don't know about Greenland. What do you know about Greenland? Okay, our economy comes from this, that, that. The guy couldn't. He came to clown the guy and ended up being a clown himself. You see?
Well, he didn't come to clown him. He was looking for him to basically people who were supporting Trump, what Trump is getting ready to do.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah,
but then he found out we don't fuck with none of y'all.
Yeah, just to prove that he has his own.
Yeah. So and if he wasn't with Trump, if he wasn't with America, at least he might be with Greenland ruling over them.
Yeah,
but he wasn't with none of it.
Yeah. We have our own culture. We have our own thing. You guys are destroying our situation. Basically, what he said. You know.
And he came to him rough.
Yeah.
You could tell a lot of them Greenland people, them Galax over there. They don't like them Edomites, man.
Yeah.
They don't like them Edomites, man. Okay. I was reading an article. Well, I did a video. I kind of read a bit of the article, but it was going into this guy who was a green. He was half. Well, his father was a Greenland indigenous, and then his mother was Danish, and he kind of looks a little bit Danish, like a So they kind of said, "Oh, fuck you, you Danish motherfucker," you know. He said, "No, I'm Greenlandic." Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Okay.
You know, so they don't like those. They don't like Esau, man. Okay. Go ahead, bro.
The funny thing about that interview is like, it seems like the fact that he knew what he was talking about and he was articulate, you know.
Yeah, he was very articulate.
Yeah, he was very articulate. It's like Esau picked the wrong guy to do the interview with, you know. It would have been better if he picked some guy who didn't know what he was talking about. Because at first, from the way that he looks, you think he's like a gangster or whatever, you know. But the way he expresses himself, you know, he speaks well, and you know his ideas were clear.
Right.
You know, he's a guy who has knowledge, you know. Right. So that messed up Esau, man. You see?
Right. See, it seems like, well, there's a few of them that seem like they have pretty good education. You know, him and then the other woman that was speaking that other time. The first one we seen speaking, you know, they seem pretty educated. Yeah. You know? They're not ignorant like you Americans, man. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah. To finish, it says, "And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders." And
so this word is weakening him. This word is destroying him. It's weakening him. And then Yahushua is going to do the final blows.
That's it.
That's what's happening, man. That's why do you think he wants his word off the street? Esau understands the vibration of words. He knows it. He knows what's up. Okay? This is why he wants to control the narrative all the time. Okay? He knows the power of media and subliminal messaging and all these different things, man. He studied that heavily, man. Okay? So, do you think he wants the opposing force on the right-hand side to be out there? No, he doesn't. Because guess what? He's seeing that it's stronger than his deception. He's seeing that it's done more in such a short period than all those decades and centuries of his deception. You see that? So he's like, nah, man, we got to get rid of this shit, man. This shit is accelerating, man. You know? Go ahead, bro.
Compared to every other thing, as you mentioned, philosophy and things of that nature, ideologies, the truth, Esau Edom can't infiltrate it. Okay, he can't corrupt the truth. The truth is still going to remain the truth. You know, so it'll come to the point where that's why you'll have to make war with the men that push forth this word, man, this vibration, because he can't corrupt it, so he has to do away with it. Okay, because again, it goes. This is the main. This is the main thing that is against his agenda.
That's right.
Okay? This truth has nothing to do. Esau has nothing to do with the truth, and Yahweh Hashem Yahushua has nothing to do with him. Man.
Right.
See?
Hey, the apostles were the first person the first people that were out there speaking about the Rothschilds. Nobody was speaking about the Rothschilds. Even when you listen to these conspiracy, I used deep in conspiracy theories. Okay, and they weren't speaking about the Rothschilds. Most of them. You see what I'm saying? The apostles kept pushing it. And it's not like they said it once or twice. They constantly said that name. Now that's a common name. Now everyone knows about the Rothschilds. So, and they didn't want to be known.
No.
Their whole power was being secret. They weren't in no fucking magazines with fucking like these rappers with goddamn money phone.
Yeah. Faded.
They don't want you to know what they have. They don't want you to know how much they control. See? But they have been exposed now through the prophets.
Yeah.
You see?
I don't know if you saw that interview with that one Rothschild.
Yep, of course. But I showed you.
They caught him lacking. Basically, it's like, oh, a Rothschild. Well, aren't you one of the Rothschild? How much money you have? How much?
You're a gazillion bazillionaire.
Yeah.
And then you got
No. Okay. How about a child sacrifice? How about extortion? How about
Oh, he's what?
They're talking. They hit him with something like that. Like, oh, how about corruption? Child sacrifice. Da da da. The wicked Illuminati. Da da da. It's like, oh, they started bugging out.
I don't know about that.
No, I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to talk about
Which Rothschild was it?
I don't know, but it was a Rothschild. But then at first they were asking him questions about like, oh, how much money you make? Okay, don't you control the narrative? Da da da. Aren't you in power? Da da da. And they're like, okay, you don't want to talk about this? Oh, okay. How about the child sacrifices? Okay, how about the wickedness you do in the background? He started panicking. Oh, okay, no, I gotta go.
You sure it's not AI?
No, it's not AI. It's not AI.
Because I seen one with Evelyn Rothschild specifically, and then he was talking about, you know, he said, oh, here we have the Rothschild. He's a gazillionaire. And he didn't look like it. What is wrong with you? You know? Why would you say that? Like even as a joke, he was angry. You know? Because they don't want you to know what they have, man. Okay? But us exposing them was not good. Anyways, that's it on that?
That's it on
okay,
that.
go ahead, Shakur.
So this is 2nd Ezra 6 and verse 27. For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched.
Woo.
As for faith, it
Hey,
shall...
what's the deceit being quenched with? Truth.
Yeah.
that's what's quenching the deceit, the truth.
Right.
Go ahead.
It says, as for faith, it shall flourish, corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which had been so long without fruit, shall be declared.
And that's what's happening, man. Starting with Abba Bivens, and then, you know, One West, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone on down. And truth is going mighty. It's going mightily throughout the earth. All right? And they can't stop it, man. So now, they have to come with force to shut everyone up. Fear. See? And they know the deception that's wearing out now. So now they got to come with fear. Go ahead, bro.
God. This is Psalm 64 and verse, I'm going to start at 2. It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words.
Yeah.
It says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect.
So now their thing is to get the perfect out of there. Okay? When you read that in Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter, they don't want the perfect here no more. Okay? The perfect is an offense to them.
Yeah.
You know, and it tells you specifically in Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter. Matter of fact, give me that Wisdom of Solomon 2. Okay, go ahead. Because it says it's grievous. Go ahead.
It says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly did they shoot at him and fear not. Verse 5, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them?
Who shall see them? So everything that you're seeing now with the ice and all these different things, that's just a prelude to what they want to do, and they're itching their way to the men of the Lord. That's what they're doing. They're itching their way to get the men of the Lord. That's why they got these different agents out here doing interviews. ISUPK, that's an agent group. Okay, that group in itself is an agent group. Okay, I'm just going to say it what it is, man. All right? That's what they're doing on them fucking... They're basically giving Esau the alley-oop. That's what they're doing. They've been doing that.
These
okay?
are the ones that are doing like the training camp.
Yeah, the ISUPK, brother. The ISUPK.
All black.
Yeah, man. They've been... Brother, you don't know the ISUPK? Yeah,
Nah,
ISUPK,
you know,
come on, Tazariak, bro. These guys, Johanna, bro.
Real nigga university.
So these dudes, when you first brothers should know these things, man. Brothers should know what was going on in Israel, man. But ultimately, when you first when you first used to go on type in Israelite on the YouTube, the first thing would pop up was you wouldn't see nothing about GMS. You couldn't find GMS. You got to type in the exact page with the exact lesson name, and you better not get no letter wrong.
Yeah, no mistake.
Okay, to find GMS.
Yeah, you'll see that where he says, I don't hate white people. God hates white people.
Right. I don't know if that was a Vice interview or just a news interview. I don't remember.
News.
It was a news interview.
Yeah.
And that's the first thing that pops up. One of them parody Israelites, man. So these niggas is set up, man. Okay?
Setting a table for that truth.
That's right. They're setting the table for that truth, man. They're preparing the table for Esau. That's that alley-oop, baby. Doing an interview with some demon Queens Flip talking about, and then you let him put on the title, and then he puts on the title rather, we hate ICE, we hate white people, we hate Africans. They're setting you up to say this is the biggest hate group. You know, we got to get these people off the street. You just get helping Esau, man. Let's sit on that.
It says,
but yet Esau's been lynching people since who knows when. Been destroying families, lynching up, hanging up pregnant women, chopping their bellies out, feeding children to alligators, terrorizing whole families for nothing, burning crosses on their lawn, all this shit, violence. But we're the biggest hate group somehow.
yeah, what the fuck?
Make that make sense. Go ahead.
It says, verse 5, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep.
The heart is deep in what? In wickedness, man. Their heart is deep in wickedness.
Yep.
All right. So when Esau's setting up these plans, man, they're dotting their I's and crossing their T's. They're very meticulous.
That's right.
All right. So when it comes out, you say, are they really doing this? Yes, they're doing it.
Yeah.
They're just doing it in a very meticulous way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not just for no reason you just release these files. There's something coming up after that.
Mm-hmm.
His plan is to keep his grips on the planet Earth, man. Not just to give it away, man. You know?
Okay, go ahead, bro.
Okay, so this is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, and verse 10. It says here, it says, let us oppress the poor righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the aged. Let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. Let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn, and he is clean contrary to our doings.
Yeah, we're the exact opposite of Esau, man. Okay, go ahead.
It says, he upbraideth us with our offending the law, and objecteth to our infamy the transgressings of our education.
Because we're not just rebuking him, we're rebuking him. And we're not just rebuking him, we're rebuking him. And we're using the scriptures to do it.
That's right.
Right? So when the scriptures is brought out and you're rebuking somebody with the scriptures, it hits different.
Yes.
It's not the same as just cursing somebody out.
Yes.
Okay?
Because he actually pretends to hold the scriptures, you know, as a standard of living. You know, they swear on the Bible. They say they believe in God we trust, so on and so forth. So that's why it hits different, man. And like we mentioned earlier, the scriptures, the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua has a different vibration. That's Hebrews 4 and 12.
Yeah.
Well, you see, that's what I'm saying. It's just, it cuts like a two-edged sword to the spirit.
Yeah.
It's not regular words. You know?
Yeah. Yahweh said, the words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life.
Yeah, and I knew that this book, before I even knew what was really in this book, the contents of the book, as a child, I knew there was something spiritual about the book. I just looked at the book and said, yo, I knew there was like a spirit emanating from it. You know? Nah, I'm serious, brother. I used to see my father, he used to, you know, this is the Jamaican Rasta stuff. He used to smoke weed outside and he'd come back and read the Bible. Don't know what the hell is going on. You know? Just a blank stare into the pages. Don't know what the hell's happening. Right? And I was just watching it like, that book is serious. You know?
spiritual.
It's spiritual, man.
Yeah.
And guess what? We had a Quran in the house too. I didn't look at that shit as fucking spiritual. It was just there, gathering dust. Okay, because there's a vibration to these words, man.
Yeah, and the elect will vibrate to it, you know, in a certain way. You know, at a certain time, you know, they had a how can you say a relation with the scriptures, man. Some type of relation, you know.
Go ahead.
You got that, Hebrews?
Yeah, Hebrews 4:12. For the word of the Most High is quick and powerful, and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart.
Yep. So it forces you to, you know, deal with your own wicked ways. You know, you got to deal with it, man. You know, you start to reflect, which that's what Esau doesn't do. Esau doesn't like to reflect, because when he looks into himself, he sees there's evil, man.
Yeah.
There's evil, man. Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, it says here, John 3 and 19, and this is the condemnation, that light is come into the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil. For everyone that doeth evil hated the light, neither cometh to the light, lest his deeds should be reproved. So again, when they hear this word, they're being reproved, because the light is representing of the knowledge of Yahweh B'Ashem Rashai, of these words. But he that doeth truth cometh to the light, that his deeds may be made manifest, that they are wrought in the Most High.
See, the thing is, these people want to do their wickedness in peace.
Yeah, that's it. Oh.
Esau wants to do his wickedness in peace. He doesn't want to be bothered, or he has to think about, what's right and wrong, the consequences. No, he just wants to do his evil in peace, man. Fuck. Shut up. You know, we used to be on that other side there, by the bay. You know, you have Edomites. I see Edomites. Shut up. You know, I see them whisper to themselves, because they're tired of hearing this. They're tired of hearing this. It causes them to be to have to think about their deeds, man. You know. So, anyways, you have what I asked for?
There's more. Okay. It says, because even the truth is an opposing force to Esau. You know. This is Wisdom of Solomon 2 and verse 13. He professes to have the knowledge of the Most High, and he calls himself the child of the Lord. He was made to reprove our thoughts. He is grievous unto us even to behold. For his life is not like other men's.
Right.
His ways are of another fashion.
Yeah, because he can find a way to accuse the people of this world. You know, you look at the way they live, you know, doing drugs and doing whatever else. He can say, see, they're doing evil too. You know, that Esau loves that. He loves when other people do evil, because then he can point the finger and say, what about them? Right? That's how he thrives. But then when you got men that are not walking in that way, that's walking as perfectly as man could walk, you know, he has nothing to accuse. So he's just ashamed.
Yeah.
You know? So that vexes him, man.
That's it.
That vexes him, bro.
You think you're better than us.
Right.
Yeah.
And the ultimate way to get you to fall and to be condemned like him is to have you take that chip.
That's
Right?
it.
Because he knows what the scripture says. Even the person who created the microchip knew that was the mark of the beast. See? So they know what they're doing. It's not like they're oh, you know, this is the mark of the beast, so we're not going to do it. No, they're saying, yeah, it's the mark of the beast, we're going to do it, and we're going to force you to take it.
Right.
So that you could be condemned with me.
That's
See?
it. That's it.
That's Esau.
Yeah.
So now you can't say that you're righteous. And what we're doing is wicked. You're wicked just like me.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah. You sided with us. You took
That's
the mark.
right.
You turned your back on your God. See?
That's right. Go ahead.
It's like, could you read that part again?
Verse 15, he is grievous unto us even to behold, for his life is not like other men's, his ways are of another fashion.
Yeah, of another fashion, because it tells you in Genesis 25, two children will come out of thy womb, and two manner of people will come out of thy womb, roughly paraphrasing.
Shall be
And
separated.
That shall be separated, which means they're going to be different.
Right.
You see? So again, this is a representation. Again, Esau Edom being the wicked, and Jacob being the righteous.
Yeah.
Okay? You see the two opposite forces. You see again, it's funny how the Lord made it so that they're paternal twins.
Yep.
Yeah, paternal twins.
yeah.
You know, paternal. I'm not too sure which one, but they're twins that don't look alike. Okay, so they came out of the same womb, but it's still two different spirits. You see.
And in this day and age, it's the elect that are different, that separate themselves from the rest of these Israelites. That's why that's who his eyes are set upon. And that's why it says in the Revelation 12:17, you shall make war against the woman, against against the remnant, those that keep the commandments of Yahweh Shem Shah. I'm roughly paraphrasing.
That's it.
You know. So
Because
reading
the
on.
rest of the jigs, 2/3, they're like Esau.
They're like Esau.
They're just like Esau. He took a hold of his mindset and his whole
That's it.
culture. You know.
Well, the elites of this society are nothing more than the modern day Chaldeans, right? And what did the Chaldeans do? Because they were jealous of Daniel and them. They wanted them to have to force them to bow down and worship.
Yeah, they said.
And if they didn't, then what? They would be put to death. So they were the ones that got into the king Nebuchadnezzar's ear to set that decree.
Yeah.
You see? So then, but then they still stood firm.
Yeah.
And then they got put to death.
That's it.
So we're in that stead ultimately.
That's it. Because again, they thought about it. They said the only way that we can make Daniel and the other fall is if we make a law that would go against the ways of their God, of their power. Okay. So, because if it's a law that they can keep, they'll keep it. Because again, he said that he was perfect in a sense. You know. So again, the only way that we can make him fall is if we make a law that goes against his culture, against his God.
Right. That's that diligent search.
That's it. That's it.
And they found the law in this time, which lines up with the scriptures.
That's it.
Okay, so they're gonna make it mandatory to take that microchip.
Yes.
It's gonna be mandatory. They got the situations in their back pockets. That they're gonna pull out real soon.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's gonna justify everything that they're doing. Okay, because you got to think like, damn, to Jake that sounds crazy. Oh damn, that's insane. How are they gonna get everyone to take a microchip? Because you don't have faith in the scriptures, and the Lord hasn't given you the understanding. Go ahead.
It's like the C-19. They made everybody, like they made it where you had no choice.
Yeah, that was an
You
example.
almost had no choice. I mean, you know.
That's like the Most High gave an example for you niggas that don't understand. See, this is how it's gonna happen.
Yeah, and it came out of nowhere.
And then the whole world was affected.
Yeah.
The life is still changed based upon that now.
Yeah.
So the Lord gave you a prelude of how it's gonna go down, in case you have questions about it.
And even now with the situation with ICE, Trump that allows them to do whatever action to go unpunished, you know, to even put people to death, to push forth the agenda of Trump. You see, so how much more with the mark of the beast, where they're actually going to put it into law that whoever doesn't take it has to be put to death, because you're going to be branded as an enemy of the state, as a terrorist in a sense. You see.
Yeah, the devil, he works gradually. Even that is a sense of preparation for what's coming.
Yes,
He's testing. He's getting people accustomed to that type of oppression.
So what if we take what if we put the Constitution to the side? What if we have these people shoot a few Americans? What if we have,
just to see how they react.
These leftists don't understand that you can't come and stop a peace officer. And then, so now you understand you got them based upon, now as long as it's according to their side, they'll accept it.
Yeah.
So that means they'll accept anything.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah. I believe, I don't remember who said this, but they said we have to limit the Constitution so that we can protect the Constitution.
Yeah.
You know? So
madness. I remember that. Yep.
You know, that's the mindset that they're pushing. You see, you lose some rights, but it's for your own good.
Yeah, but the same people that were against it, no, we don't want to lose any of our rights. They're with it because Trump is doing it.
That's it.
So that's a whole brainwashing.
Yeah. Witchcraft. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. Like the scripture said, let our law be the strength.
Yeah,
let strength be the law of justice. Okay, so reading out Wisdom of Solomon 2 and verse 17.
But no matter how Esau slices it, there's going to be unhappy people. You know, you're not going to get everyone's not going to be on board with it. There'll be a big chunk of people that's not going to be with what he's doing.
Right.
There's no way to get both of them to agree. They're not going to agree. Okay? They're not going to agree. All right? But one thing is going to happen is that the major fear is going to get them to submit.
That's it.
See?
Yeah.
When he brings that major fear and there's all kind of chaos going on and people can't eat and all that shit, that's what he's going to get them to submit.
Yeah, that's why he has 2 horns. You know, 2 horns and a lamb. You know, he'll try the passive tactic, and that will cause some to fall. But for those that resist, he has a sword. And he's not afraid to use it. See?
Go ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon 2:16, we are esteemed of him as counterfeits. He abstaineth from our ways as from filthiness. He pronounces the end of the just to be blessed, and maketh his boast that the Most High is his Father. Let us see if his works be true, and let us prove what shall happen in the end of him.
Yeah. So they want to basically they're sticking them, you know, they're basically, they don't believe what we're saying. What they believe, they're basically trying to test what we're saying. In other words, I'll say that.
Yeah.
Okay. They don't believe it. They're really not sure, but they want to test it.
Yeah.
You know.
They did the same thing to Yahushua.
Yeah.
You're the son of the Most High, come down from the cross, we'll believe you.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
You did miracles for others, you can't save yourself. But Yahushua told you, eventually they'll see him again, man.
Yeah.
See?
They're hoping it's not true, but at the end of the day, they're gonna see.
Yeah, that's right.
They're gonna see, man.
Yep. I got some. Actually, go ahead.
Read yours first.
Well, it was in the mind. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you don't have it out?
Wisdom
Okay.
of Solomon 5?
No, it's not Wisdom of Solomon. It says, when the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard. This is the time where they're actually going to meet Yahweh Shai. Okay? And his angelic force, man. Isaiah 47.
Yeah.
It says, you shall not meet them as a man. You know? And when is that going to come? When they attack his elect, man.
Yeah.
Some things are gonna switch up.
I got
Turn
some.
up. Go ahead.
Revelation 12:17, and the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of Yahweh and have the testimony of Yahushua Mashiach.
Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, so the dragon is Esau, Edom, his armies, and the woman represents Israel, okay, as a whole. Because even if you're with, just the fact that you're an Israelite, Esau, Edom hates you. You know, it's a perpetual hatred. But his eyes are set. Really, the true target are those that keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Those that have this truth. Those that are walking in faith. Yeah. Because we're not going to bow down to the system. Right. Okay, it says that we love not our lives even unto death. Okay, so regardless of what Esau Edom can bring, we cannot be persuaded to follow after his ways, man. Okay,
and that's an offense to him.
Yep.
Because that's Esau's desires to have to heap all nations and all people unto him, man. Yep. To put them under his image. Yo, Esau's offended when you're not into what he's into.
Yeah.
He is offended. I don't know if you ever seen an Edomite, like you're at a sports bar and you might be watching basketball and he's watching hockey. You can see in their face they're kind of offended that you're not into the hockey. Okay? I seen an Edomite actually tell the woman that. It's what an Edomite woman. She was like watching a Duke basketball game. She's like, yeah, she was afraid for Duke. And the Edomite was looking at her with anger, you know? He's like, why aren't you watching the hockey? You know, but they have the 2 screens. You can watch what you. I thought it was free. I thought we had freedom, right?
Guess not.
But he got mad, and she's like, "Oh, she had to explain herself. Oh, because I went to college there."
Oh, that's it.
So hold on, but in my head, I'm like, "Fuck, you gotta explain yourself."
The key to
Huh? If you want to watch fucking that, you watch because you're not following what he wants, what he likes. You know, he gets offended at that shit. Well, fuck Esau, man. All right.
That's the God complex, man.
That's his God complex. Yeah. Or like Haman. Yeah. Haman wanted Mordecai to bow down, man.
Yeah.
Mordecai said, nah, man. He stood firm, man. Okay?
Even, so I could just add on to a good example.
Shout out to Benjamin. Go ahead.
A good example of that is Antiochus, like you mentioned yesterday. Because when the brothers were being persecuted and being tortured, I believe the mother, if it was the mother or the last son, told him, we're not going to do it. It says that his anger was inflamed. You know, he was inflamed. Many of the brothers said that he started getting angry and angry because they refused to eat pork. You know,
oh yeah. He got angry. Yeah, that's right.
Got angry. Some of them I think one of them
he went harder.
He went harder. he put more fire under the thing.
He felt ridiculed.
He got ridiculed. That's it. He felt ridiculed. You see?
Shame.
Yeah. Again, he couldn't take that. So again, he put all his anger towards towards the torture.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because he expects people to sell out like him.
Yeah.
He want like how he took the pottage. He expects everyone to just sell out for immediate gratification. Nah, man. You got people that's gonna say fuck that, man. You know, the elect is gonna offer up their life rather than take that shit, man. That microchip, man. All right. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, this is First Maccabees 1 and verse 41. Moreover, Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people, and everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed to the commandment of the king. So that's the point. All should be one people.
Yeah.
Esau basically trying to make everybody, be like him, or be into what he's into.
Yeah. Even that guy, what's that guy? Jagmeet Singh, the guy from one of the, he's not a premier, but he was running up to be the premier, a politician. One Edomite came up to him and said, "Why don't you take off that turban?" I think he was a chemical person. Said, "Why don't you take off that turban? Why you wear that turban?" Basically, why? Because he's not assimilating to Esau's culture,
Right.
Oh yeah,
They're
pisses them
heavy on
off
that
here. As far what they call it, laïcité. They call it laïcité, where they basically don't want these Ishmaelite women to wear the hijab.
Oh yeah,
that shit.
Because they're oppressed.
Yeah, basically they just don't want them to have their own culture,
Yeah.
Losers.
Yeah, they want them to assimilate to their own culture.
Yeah, Esau's a fucking loser, man. So when they go over to these different countries, they assimilate to their culture? No, they don't. And Esau's constantly moving to these other countries, man.
Yeah.
The Philippines and all that. They don't assimilate to the culture like that.
They bring their own madness over there.
Yeah.
That's it on that?
It's about I think I got what you want. Verse 50, it says, "And whosoever would not do according to the commandment of the king, he said should die."
That's it. Because he wants you to follow his ways.
Yeah.
You don't, that's your life.
That's it.
You see, that's exactly what they're gonna bring in this time now, man. Because again, it says what is the things come back in cycle, roughly paraphrase.
Nothing is new under the sun.
Nothing new under the sun. Tawara.
Has
Yep.
been is now.
That's it.
That's right.
And again, those are the same people. Those are the Edomites coming back with the same wrath towards the Israelites, man.
That's
And
right.
again, it was not only the Israelites; they were persecuting those that were keeping the laws, those that refused to follow their lifestyle,
That's
to reject the Yahweh Bashim Yahushua.
That's right. Sit on that?
Yep.
Okay, what you got, Mahai?
This is Matthew 24 and verse 24. It says, "For there shall arise false Hamashiachs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if were possible, they shall deceive the very elect."
Break it down, bro.
Yeah, but it's not possible. The elect cannot be deceived. And I brought this up because what the brothers were going into, the fact that Esau is trying to get everybody to assimilate towards him, to follow his culture, his way. Well, the elect, they're not going to do that, man. What's that? Isaiah 10 and 21, it says, they're not going to stay upon him that smote them, but, trust in the Lord, referring to the elect. So us, we know who to follow, man. We're coming back to our own customs. We're going to keep our own customs, man. You know what I mean? And Esau trying to get everybody to assimilate to his own way, that's not the right way, man, because his way is destructive. The only right way that every nation is going to follow is our way. The ways of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, and that's going to be in the kingdom, man. You know what I'm saying? Because even prior, before when Moses gave us the laws, what did he say? He said that when you practice these laws and put them into action, the nation are going to see and they're going to be in amazement. And a lot of these Eastern customs that Ishmael has, Elam has, it comes from us. The fact that the woman, they wear a hijab, you may say. You know what I'm saying? The dresses that they wear, things of that nature, that comes from us, man. That's our culture that, they assimilated to. You know what I'm saying? Because our way is the right way. It brings forth the life.
And nobody's amazed at Esau's culture, though. Like, you know, it's just everybody seeing like this is bullshit.
Yeah.
Right. They,
You
they
know?
might, yeah.
GMO.
They might be amazed at the first glance, but when they get to the gritty nitty of it, they come to realize this nigga is bullshit.
Yep.
You know, it's, yeah, it's like John saw, right? When he saw that woman,
Yep.
he was in awe. Then after he realized, yo, this is just a fucking harlot. You know, so it's the same way with Esau's culture, man.
He's the border of wickedness, man.
Yeah.
So that was it, man.
Okay, go ahead, bro.
Pertaining to the 7 brothers, it says here in 2 Maccabees 7 and 1, and it came to pass also that 7 brethren with their mother were taken and compelled by the king against the law to taste swine's flesh, and were tormented with scourges and whips. But one of them that spake first said thus, What wouldest thou ask or learn of us? We are ready to die rather than to transgress the laws of our fathers. You know, that's the mentality that even the elect have this day. You know, because again, it says, I paraphrased it before, they love not their lives even unto death, and we're willing, just as Yahushua sacrificed himself for the will of the Lord and for our sake. It says, no greater love than this, that a man would
Lay down his life.
give his life. That's the ultimate form of love, man.
Yep.
You know, that's you do that. There's no you're certified that you believe. You know, you're not gonna give your life up if you didn't believe that this was the truth.
No,
Yeah.
what did Yahushua say? He that seeketh to save his life,
Shall
Yeah,
lose it.
that's it.
he that seeketh to lose his life shall find it, man.
That's it.
You know, how are you gonna lose your life? By removing yourself from this world, man.
Right.
You know, be ready to die for this truth. You know what I'm saying? And then you'll find it, because one thing we understand through this truth is that death is only a transition, man. You know, we don't die eternally. Spirits don't die, man. We don't die, we multiply, man. You know?
Sure.
And that's what the brothers, they said that multiple times when you read it into the story. You know, they knew they were going to come back, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Even the mother knew. Okay, that's why she said she had a courageous spirit like a man, a manly spirit. You know? That's diving to wisdom. You know? So that's one thing that we understand, man. Okay, yes, okay, Esau has the power to kill us in the flesh, okay, but he doesn't have the power to hold us dead forever. Yahweh Shemi Shai has that power, man. It says unto the Most High belongeth the issues of death. You know? Yeah, and just like he raised up his son Yahweh Shai, those that die in Yahweh Shai, he's gonna raise up also, man. And that's written, man. So that's gonna happen. Go ahead, bro.
No, I just wanted to add too, because what the brother read, you know, even tying it in with the new world order that Esau wants to bring in. You know, why would we sell out just for oppression? You know, already here we're fed up with this bullshit kingdom. You know, we're having to go to work. You know, you're barely having time to actually enjoy shit. And then you mean to tell me I'm gonna sell out for my shit to be more micromanaged? For more oppression? Come on, bro.
Madness.
You know, he says what? Much wisdom. You know, you what's that? Much
sorrow?
Yeah, you increase in sorrow because you come to understand the bullshitness of this kingdom, man.
Yeah.
You know, you mean to tell me I'll sell out for you, Esau. Yeah, give me more oppression. Okay,
You sell out for that, you deserve it, like.
you deserve it, man. Because that's complete stupidity.
Made no sense. Death is better. Anyways, go ahead.
And also, you also understand that knowing that this is a wicked kingdom, you understand that it's not an eternal kingdom. So
Yep.
it has to come to an end.
Yeah.
It says here in Job 20:4, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. You see? So again, this kingdom has to pass away, man. And again, we're at the end of this wicked kingdom. You know, just the fact that the mark of the beast is here is going to be implemented in the days to come. That's a sign.
A sign that's it.
That's a sign
That's
to
right.
tell you that, hey, we're almost out of here, man.
Yeah.
So why would you drop the ball right in front of the end zone, man? You see, there's keep pushing, and Yahweh Shai is right there, man. Okay, it says salvation is nearer than we believe. Okay, this is not the time to side with the devil. Okay, because he's going to fall, man. It says he that is hoping and he that is he that helpeth and he that is hoping shall both fall together. So if you at the end decide to join hand to hand with Isa Edom, you're gonna fall with them, man. Okay.
And at the end of the day, Yahweh Shem Shai is going to give that spirit to the elect to just take it.
That's it.
It's like, yep, I'm ready for it, man. Take it, you know? Have that spirit, man. He gave that spirit to Yahweh Shai. He gave that spirit to Stephen.
Yeah.
He gave that spirit to Paul. They were ready for it, man. They weren't, oh no, crying and shit. Like Tudor, the wife was going to put to death. They said they're gonna prolong the day. No, you're not gonna be none of that, man.
Yeah.
Okay? The election will be ready to go if it's their time. He's gonna put that spirit on us, man. Okay? Go ahead.
Yeah, Acts 21 and 13. Then Paul answered, "What mean ye to weep and break mine heart? For I am ready not to be bound only, but also to die at Jerusalem for the name of the Lord Yahweh Shai." That's it.
That's it.
Again, our life is in the hands of Yahweh Shem Shai.
Yep.
When you finish your course, when you finish your good fight of faith, be ready to be in the spirit realm, man, because it's even better for us to be there, man. Okay?
Yeah. Well, you're coming right back down.
Anyways,
you're coming right back down in rulership,
in glory.
What's the problem?
That's it.
What's the problem? But you understand that, you know, that anticipation of death, the flesh is gonna fuck with you.
Yeah.
But you know you just gotta deal with it, man. You know? Not saying ain't gonna be no nervousness or nothing, but the Lord is gonna put the spirit on the elect to deal with it. You know, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
You know, because at the end of the day, we understand. See, these people, they don't understand, so they're gonna be behaving like goats when it comes to death. You know?
Yeah. A good example is Isaac. You know, when Abraham told him, I need to sacrifice you, he accepted it, man. You know, he understood, man. He said, hey, that's the will of the Father. I believe that's what he said. If that's the Lord's will, you know, and then he laid himself and prepared himself to be sacrificed, man. You know, he moved like a sheep.
Yep.
You know? So yeah, so, and again,
which is in this reincarnation, it's Yahweh Shai.
That's it. You know?
Right.
So that's what we can learn from that situation. If it's your time, praise the Lord and take it like a champ, because you're gonna be glorified.
Oh,
yeah. It speaks about those that lost their heads for the name of Yahweh Shem Shai.
Yeah, I got it here.
Go ahead.
Okay, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 20, and verse 4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. That's the elect. The scriptures talk about their set thrones, which are the thrones of David. And I saw the souls of them which were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai, and for the word of Yahweh, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with a Mashiach 1,000 years.
You see, that's comforting words, man. Knowing that, hey, if you have to face the guillotine, if you have to lose your life for Yahweh Shem Shai, it's written that you'll be with Yahweh Shai. Okay. So having this understanding, take it like a reward, like the step that you need to take to make the transition, man.
Yeah.
To go from the mortal to the immortal.
That's right.
You see?
That's right.
Yeah, and pray to endure these things, man.
That's it.
You know, we gotta pray that the Lord gives you the strength to go through this, man. You know, because He's the one that's gonna be able to help you sustain, you know, the spirit, man. All right.
Yep. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Men always ought to pray and not to faint.
That's right. That's right.
You know, you gotta keep them prayers up, man.
Yeah. Yahweh Shai said that.
Yeah. That's it on that?
Yeah. That's it.
You got some?
Yeah.
Right.
This is 1 Thessalonians 4 and verse 15. It says, for this...
So after 13.
Okay, in verse 13, it says, but I would not have you to be ignorant, brethren, concerning them which are asleep, that ye sorrow not, even as others which have no hope.
Yeah. So we're not to be in the same mindset of those that have no hope, considering those that sleep, those that die. You know. Right?
For if we believe that Yahweh Shai died and rose again, even so them also which sleep in Yahweh Shai will Yahweh bring with him.
Yeah. So if you have the power of understanding the resurrection of Yahweh Shai, okay, you also will have the understanding that those who die in Yahushua will be raised up, man. You know, go ahead.
For this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep.
Yeah, because Yahushua said there be some of you, you know, that would not taste of death. He said that to his disciples. Okay, so there's gonna be brothers, okay, that are gonna stay alive before the coming of our Lord Yahushua, man. They're not gonna taste death, okay, but they're not gonna be with the Lord before those that died in Yahushua. Go ahead.
It says, for the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a
It's
shout.
also through the Spirit. John saw Yahushua in his glory.
Yeah.
You know, but he was the only one that saw him, that's reported out of them that saw him in his glory, right? He didn't come back to take down the kingdom at that time, but he was in his glory. You see, but ultimately it's for this time, because many brothers in this time are going to see him before they get new bodies. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, it says, verse 16, for the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of an archangel, and with the trump of Yahweh, and the dead and Hamashiach shall rise first. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord.
So there's an order. Those that died in Yahushua, they're going to be with Yahushua before those that are still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord.
And that's referring to the abduction, right? When the elect are going to be beamed up into the chariots, man, the chariots of our salvation, which the world knows as UFOs, you know? And then we're all going to be with Yahushua, man. Okay, all the elect are going to be united with Yahushua. Okay? Sit on that?
Yeah.
You comfort what? Each other with these words?
Okay, last verse, verse 18. Wherefore comfort one another.
Which John saw Yahushua coming with the crowns on his head and all that. He saw the future.
Ezra?
No,
Ezra
John
John,
the Revelator.
Okay.
He saw the future. He saw the different. He saw having the crowns on his head.
Oh,
Okay, the war in heaven.
Yeah.
He saw all of that, man. You know. Go ahead.
Yeah, it says, wherefore comfort one another with these words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah, so these are words of comfort, man. Okay, not to be, you know, in distress because of the period of, you know, of persecution that's going to come. Some of us are going to be put to death, be martyrs for Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know, we have to comfort one another with these words, man. It says, whatsoever things were written aforetime was written for our learning. Okay, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
That's right.
It says that we have a hope as an anchor, you know. You know, that's what keeps us stable, man, firm, you know, knowing that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to deliver and what he says he's going to do, man, you know.
That's it. Sit on that. Who got something?
That was it on mine.
You got something? No?
It doesn't relate to the topic.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, brother.
Bringing it back to the seven brothers.
Okay.
It says here in 2 Maccabees 7 and 5. Now when he was thus made in all his members, he commanded him, being yet alive, to be brought to the fire and to be fried in the pan. And as the vapor of the pan was for a good space dispersed, they exhorted one another with the mother to die manfully, saying thus, the Lord looketh upon us, and in truth had comfort in us, as Moses in his song, which witnessed their faces, declaring, saying, and he shall be comforted and in his servants.
Yeah, because at least what is he comforted in? The fact that there's people that still believe on him, that will still fight for him, right? Because even the Lord said, "What? Who will stand up for me against the evildoers?" Right? Because he's looking around the earth, he's seeing all this wicked. Who's with me?
Yep.
You know, the Lord's like, "Who's with me? I created all you people. Who's with me?" You know what I'm saying? But he knows who is his, and it's going to be proven through the fire, man. You see that?
Yep.
Go ahead.
Acts 7 and
Those that are his.
That's right. That's right. Go ahead.
Acts 7 and 55. But he, being full of the Holy Spirit, looked up steadfastly into heaven and saw the glory of the Most High and Yahushua standing on the right hand of the Most High, and said, Behold, I see the heavens opened and the Son of Man standing on the right hand of the Most High.
Wow.
Then they cried out with a loud voice and stopped their ears and ran upon him with one accord, and cast him out of the city and stoned him. And the witness laid down their clothes at the young man's feet, whose name was Saul. And they stoned Stephen, calling upon the Most High and saying, Lord Yahushua, receive my spirit, and kneeled down and cried with a loud voice, Lord, lay not this sin to their charge. And when he had said this, he fell asleep.
Yes.
He fell asleep.
You got something more?
So it doesn't really mean that like he fell asleep. Maybe the spirit was just taken from him. You see, at that moment. So you don't know the level of pain that he felt.
We don't know.
Yeah, you don't know the level of pain that he felt, but hey.
Yeah, because them brothers was smiling at them. The brothers, one of the brothers, I think they stuck their tongue out.
Yeah.
Yeah, stuck his tongue in his arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's mocking.
Yeah.
That's ridiculing Antiochus, man. That's having different type of boldness.
Yeah.
You know, which proves that the spirit of Yahweh Shah was in them.
You're showing him the fact that you're not in control, nigga.
Yeah, you're not. But
You know
that's
what I'm
that
saying?
with Khan. It's a fact, man. You know, that's a superior level of understanding. It's different. That's different. And it's the same faith that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego displayed.
Oh yeah.
You know, so we're not what do you say? We're not
Careful.
careful. That's the word.
Yeah.
I said we're not careful to not obey you, man.
Right.
You know, roughly paraphrasing. You know, so they were ready to die before bowing down to Nebuchadnezzar, man. You know,
That's about hating your life.
Yeah.
That's about hating your life, man. Because if you love your life, you don't want it. You don't want that. You know, you're gonna do everything to avoid that. But if you hate your life, you don't give a fuck. Here, take these arms, take these legs, take this shit. Ah, bitch.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah. Said that he despised them.
right?
Yeah.
Says that. Yeah.
Say what? Who? What?
The brother that stuck out his tongue. And he
What
said
part? We need to get that part.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
yeah.
That's right.
Let's paraphrase it.
He was like that.
I need to hear it from the book.
Yeah, which in the times that we're in, man, through the Spirit, Yahweh is going to show great miracles to the martyrs, before they even go to the other side,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
What?
So it says here, 2 Maccabees 7 and 10 to the point. After him was the third made as a mocking stock, and when he was required, he put out his tongue, and that right soon holding forth his hands manfully, and said courageously, these I had from heaven,
Right.
and for his law I despised them, and from him I hope to receive them again. Insomuch that the king and they that were with him marveled at the young man's courage, for that he nothing regarded the pain. Yeah.
Most High put a different spirit in them, man. To deal with that, man. You know?
It was a spectacle, man. Even the enemy had to marvel and say, shit.
Yeah. And their
And
testimony
people
is written to this day, man.
Yeah.
Because that was a great honorable death that they had. Same way Eleazar. Eleazar is another great example of a man that despised his life, man. He rather die than to fake the funk, man.
Right. And I'll have to say, in this particular instance, they're both very honorable, but in this particular instance, their death was more honorable because they were young.
Brothers?
Yeah, they were young, bro.
Yeah,
Even Eliezer said that, what, in my old age, am I going to do this and that? It was all honorable. They're all worthy of honor and respect, but that was even higher respect because they were young.
Yeah.
They had their whole so-called life ahead of them. You know? Go ahead.
That's it.
Okay. You got something higher? Huh? Spirit ain't on you. What you got, bro?
Okay, this is the book. Right. The book of Daniel.
Yeah.
Chapter chapter 2 and verse
Go on. He already has it.
you got it?
No.
I know.
No. You already have it, no? Pretty much.
I'm looking for.
Okay. Go ahead. Read what you got.
2nd Ezra 16 and 73. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. Hear, O ye my beloved, said the Lord. Behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your guide, and the guide of them who keep my commandments and precepts, says the Lord. Said the Lord power.
Yeah.
Let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift up themselves.
Yeah.
So again, in the fire, you're going to be found to be faithful. But again, in the fire, you have to understand that the Lord is with us.
Yeah.
Okay?
That's it.
And whether he chooses for you to end in the fire or survive, or whichever way that he wants you to, the path that he chose for you, you have to endure until the end. Okay? And you will be rewarded.
Yeah.
As it says, work your work, be time, and in his time, he will give you your reward.
Yeah. That's right.
Sit on that.
That's it.
Keep going, bro.
Okay. You got it? Yeah. Okay, this is Daniel 3 and verse 19. Then was Nebuchadnezzar filled with fury, and the form of his visage was changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Yeah, you see the disobedience of their authority. It makes them mad. The fact that we refuse to submit to their order,
That's right.
to follow after Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, that pisses them off, man. You see? So how much more Trump, how much more these elites, where they're gonna be denied or submitting. You see?
Esau is known as the most proud.
Yeah.
It says
Demon.
Yeah.
You're at a bar, he offered you a shot. He gets mad if you don't take the shot.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't want no shot. Ah, come on! Nah, I don't fucking want no shot, man. Ah, man, what the hell, man? You're gonna get all bugged out. So get the fuck away from me now, man. Go ahead.
What's your problem, man?
Get your hands off
motherfucking hands off of me. Go ahead, bro.
What's your problem, man?
Therefore he spake and commanded that they should heat the furnace 7 times more than it was wont to be heated. And he commanded the most mighty men that were in his army to bind Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and to cast them into the burning fiery furnace.
That's it, bro.
Yep.
Okay, well, yeah, that's it. Cast them into the burning fiery furnace so that what? Hey, and then what? And then the Lord delivered them, man. Go ahead, bro.
So like, don't be surprised now that in that time, it says that he's gonna come down with great wrath. That at that point where we actually refuse, his anger is gonna be inflamed against us.
Oh yeah.
You see? Because again, he says he heated up 7 times more, man. How much more the wicked? You see?
The dragon was wroth.
Yeah.
You can imagine the reports he's gonna give to these different militias or the little groups that they have ready. Yo, go whatever you could do, kill everything to get them. I don't care if you gotta destroy the whole neighborhood.
Yep.
Get them.
That's right.
Yeah.
And really, we shouldn't even be surprised because that's how Esau has always got down, man.
Yep.
When they went over there in Vietnam, man, they were killing
Anything that
old, young babies, raping little girls,
Oh yeah.
and shooting them on sight. There's pictures of that, man.
Wow.
You know, villages,
He's a
man.
demon, man.
Just cleaning
He's a
villages.
demon.
Talk
He's a fucking demon,
He's a
man.
demon.
They like abuse. That's the thing about Esau. He loves abuse. He loves to abuse. This is why he should never be in a position of power.
Yeah. So what do you think he was doing with God, man? This is because
Same shit.
you know, these things are being reported now. You know, they have cameras and they have reporters, you know, over there. What about the stuff that we don't know, man?
Yeah.
So that's why I get so vexed when he's looked at as this hunk. You know, you got these women looking at, oh, the white man, oh, you know. And you get fucking pissed because like this is a fucking low life scum, man.
Yeah, he's a low life.
You know.
Violence.
And he didn't just do it to the indigenous. He did that to his own. He did that to the Germans. Okay? The Russians did that to the Germans. They were raping little 12-year-old girls and shooting them after they raped them. 10-year-old girls. This is what they did to their own people, man.
Yeah.
How the fuck, what the hell you think they're going to do to you, man?
Yeah.
This is not a normal devil, man. This is a high-level devil, man.
Yeah.
The wicked.
He that is evil.
Be wicked.
Be wicked. Yeah.
Be wicked, man.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, he's ready to lose, to lose a couple to gain his for his own purpose, you know.
Yeah, a whole lot.
Because that whole N A to the Z thing, that was a whole just a scheme, man. So they could get to the land.
That's right.
So they'll sacrifice a couple just to get to their end.
You'll sacrifice a lot. But
Yeah.
a lot. You don't mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Collateral damage.
Yeah. It's wicked, man. It's wicked all around, man. Yeah. And they're being exposed. So this is beautiful, man. That they're continuing to be exposed. And you people just wait till you see what Esau, how savage Esau can get when all hell breaks loose. You wait and see, man.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the top people to avoid when they see, oh my God,
Yep.
get out of here.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
A group of white men. Oh my Lord! You know, they'll fucking hide in the bushes somewhere, man.
It ain't gonna be Jake.
No. But Jake, you know, you see anyone, they'll be kind of nervous.
Yeah.
But when you see a fucking Edomite,
Yeah.
Fuck, run.
they're gonna try to bury themselves in the snow, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
It says Daniel 3 and verse
If I was an Edomite in this time, I would be doing all I can to or if I look like an Edomite, I would do all I can to try to distance myself from these fucking Edomites. That's how shameful these Edomites are, man, and how they're being exposed. You see what your government is doing, man? You see how they talk on X? The pride, the arrogancy. I wouldn't want nothing to do with no Edom. I would be a reverse Uncle Tom. Go ahead.
Yeah,
that's a smart thing to do, man. Verse 20.
reverse Uncle Ruckus.
Yeah, I'd be a reverse Uncle Ruckus, man.
Go ahead, bro. And he commanded the most mighty men that were in his army to bind Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and to cast them into the burning fiery furnace. And these men were bound in their coats, these hosen in their hats, and their other garments, and were cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Therefore, because the king's commandment was urgent and the furnace exceeding hot, the flame of the fire slew those men that took up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Yeah.
And these three men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, fell down bound into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Then Nebuchadnezzar the king was astonished, and rose up in haste, and spake, and said unto his counselors, Did not we cast three men bound into the midst of the fire? They answered and said unto the king, True, O king. He answered and said, Lo, I see four men loose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt, and the form of the fourth is like the Son of the Most High. That's right. Then Nebuchadnezzar came near to the mouth of the burning fiery furnace, and spake and said, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, ye servants of the Most High Yahweh, come forth and come thither. Then Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came forth of the midst of the fire.
That's it. I believe after witnessing this, I think Nebuchadnezzar made a decree.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah, he made a decree. He said, "No, everyone has to follow. Everyone has to worship." At one point, I don't remember what the whole decree was about, but you know.
Oh, I got it here.
Okay.
It says, Therefore I make a decree that every people, this is verse 29.
Yeah.
Therefore I make a decree that every people, nation, and language will speak anything amiss against the power of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego shall be cut in pieces, and their houses shall be made a dunghill, because there is no other power that can deliver after this sort.
You see? See, he saw the power of Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, man, to the point where you saw how the wicked decree was flipped into a righteous decree. Now you talk evil against Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, you're going to be put to death, man.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what's going to happen in the kingdom to come, man. You see? Where righteousness is established, and idolatry is going to be something of this time. It's going to be burned with Babylon the Great, man.
Yeah, and we're mentioning the brothers that are going to be martyrs. Some of us are going to die, okay? But some of us are going to be delivered out of that time of temptation, man. That time of death, you know. Yahweh Shemashah is going to do, similar, even greater miracles than these, man. You know. And all that for what? To magnify his name, man. To show the world that he's the true power, man. Yahweh. Okay? And his son Yahweh Shai, man, to deliver.
That's right.
Okay? He's going to turn these daughters into believers, man.
Yeah. Especially in the times that we're coming to, the Acts 2.0, man. Okay? There has to be a lot more that come into the fold, man.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And just a side note, that decree, there's many other decrees. You go into the book of Josephus, there's many accounts where historians, philosophers, things of that nature, go and attest of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. They say, yeah, that's the power, man.
Wow.
You know, but that's throughout different kingdoms, different times.
Yeah.
You know, the works of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua are being attested, okay, confirmed that hey, he is the living power, man.
That's right.
Okay, so again, that decree is just one of them, man. Okay.
And why don't you learn that in school? Why didn't we learn that in school?
Yeah. That's it.
As Christians.
You know, you go through. That's why it pissed me off, because those are factual things.
Yeah.
That you can't say no, it didn't happen. You would go into the history of these people. That's what I was thinking. Like, if you go into the history of Babylon, you should be able to find that decree.
You should be able.
You know, you go into the history of that account with the when they came to steal the gold, and then he came with a full harness of gold.
Yeah.
That instance should be somewhere in the history of those people. Man. You know.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
you know.
Well, Esau has it. He has all that history. He omits the history.
That's it. That's it.
Which Esau, he lies by omission.
That's it.
Which means he lies by not saying certain things.
That's it.
That's how he operates, man.
Yeah.
He goes. The first thing he does, he loots them libraries, man. Them ancient when he took over places, he took control of them ancient libraries, man.
Yeah.
Okay, he has a lot of information in the Vatican and all these different things that you're not allowed to go into and check out unless you got special permission, man.
Yeah.
So this devil's a damn he's a liar, man.
Yeah.
So he got those. Don't think you don't have the writings on Solomon. You know how I desired to read about Solomon, how the kingdom was in the time of Solomon. You know how much the research I did? Cursing out ChatGPT, find it. I'm sorry, I cannot. Want me to delete you? You don't get mad at the chat. I can't get mad at the chat. The chat doesn't have access, man.
Yeah.
He doesn't have access to the Vatican, man.
That's
You
a
know,
great observation.
the Library of Alexandria. You know?
Yeah.
You know, how could there not be writings on King Solomon? Queen Sheba went over there to go see him. All these kings were talking about his greatness.
Come on.
There's no writings on him.
Yeah.
We don't know nothing. The only thing we got is the scriptures,
That's it.
right? All we have is the scriptures.
What else?
And Esau, well, that we don't even know if that's true according to Esau.
Yeah.
So where's all the rest of the writings that
They
back
have
up
that.
the scriptures?
They have it somewhere, man.
Fucking he has it, man. He has all of them.
Yeah.
You know, and that's how do you think he knows where the Israelites? He got so much documents, man.
That's it.
The Chronicles.
This guy, bro.
I was about to say, scriptures say that he's wiser than Daniel. There's no secret that can be hid from him. So he has all these histories, because men, they wrote things down, and to make sure that their name or whatever that they did, passes on through ages.
Yeah.
And it was preserved, but Esau keeps that information to himself. But also, I wanted to add to the point too about Esau omitting certain things from history, especially pertaining to our history, because that's what he did when he lied to Eve, man. He omitted he withheld certain information. The Lord said, "Thou shalt not surely die." He told her the truth, but at the same time withholding information, man. So that's what Esau does, but to deceive.
Like a god.
You know what I'm saying?
You're like a god.
In order to tell a lie, you have to know the truth. Because a lie is thwarting of the truth. You say change, you manipulate the truth.
That's it.
Yeah, you said something I was gonna add on to, but anyway, I forgot about it. But anyways, so with that,
The brother had a precept.
oh, you have a precept? Go ahead, brother.
This is Mark 13 and verse 11. But when they shall lead you and deliver you up, take no thought beforehand what ye shall speak, neither do ye premeditate. For whatsoever shall be given you in that hour, that speak ye. For it is not ye that speak, but the Holy Spirit.
That's good.
So Yahweh Shemashah is going to put his spirit upon his men to say what he wants them to say, man. He said, don't meditate what you have to say, man. You know, because at the end of the day, he is the one that's going to be glorified, you know, and magnified. All right?
That's it.
And I want to add real quick, just to the point. This is what I was going to say, is that when it comes to, he said people write things down, they wrote things down in history, especially us. Scribing was a big part of the Israelite culture. Okay? So we always wrote things down, and we wrote it down, recopied it multiple times.
Yeah.
So to say he doesn't have it, he's a liar.
Yeah.
You know?
As you see that in the book of
I was
Esdras,
just thinking about
Yeah.
second Esdras.
Yep.
because even the scriptures itself is very repetitive. You know what I mean?
Or you mentioned that in the book of Deuteronomy, we have to write down the laws so we can pass it on to our children. That's actually a law. You know?
The king had to rewrite the law.
Well, the King James Bible didn't have to be written. It had to be written. The king made a decree to, was it 60? You know, correct. Basically, correct me. It was about 60 writers that had to write
60 or 70.
I don't remember the exact
There was a
number.
certain number of brothers that had to be that were signed to write the King James, man. You know, knowing the value and the importance of it. Yahweh Shemashah moved them to write the testimony of Yahweh Shai, man. You know,
You see?
Sure, translated.
translated.
Yeah, you translate to the English. So, anybody have any other precepts? Last precepts? Okay, so with that, we're going to face the east. Give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ba'akadash. Belongs to the apostles and others with great millstone salutations. Much love and respect to you, Akim, out there pushing this word out and truly sincere. Shalom.
I sent the video with the rough cat. It was David.
Jacob.
Jacob.